Today, we talking about getting over heartbreak, and how do you get over heartbreak? The thing about heartbreak, right, is everybody can say they relate to heartbreak and say, yeah, my heart's been broken. But has it though? Like heartbreak feels like you've been betrayed by everybody that has ever loved you, but it's just one person, right? It's this feeling deep in your stomach, deep in your heart that you pray you don't have to feel again because it cuts so deep, It's like a betrayal, but it's you didn't get betrayed. You got heartbroken. So it feels like betrayal. And once you get that feeling, it's hard to escape because you sit there and maybe I can go to sleep and I'll wake up and I'll feel better, but I lay down and I can't go to sleep. I look up at the ceiling and the feeling doesn't go away. I think of where did I go wrong or what did I do for this to happen? I thought I was perfect. Where did all these problems come from? All these forks in the roads that drove us apart. What happened? Heartbreak is it's just a feeling that it's such an internal pain, and there's no set way to let it out. It's really just one of those problems where it just says time heals all, because time is the only thing that can heal a heartbreak. And then you have those moments to where you feel like it's getting better, and you might see her or him, or you might hear a song that reminds you of, her or him or any type of experience that y'all both did together, and it bring back up every good memory, and every good memory will follow every bad memory that led you to be heartbroken in the first place. You know? And it sucks. It sucks because it takes so much time to forget about that person. And truth be told, you'll never forget about them. You'll just learn to be okay with them not being there, And that's really how it is. You don't really ever heal from the heartbreak. You just become okay with it and you move on. Moving on is so hard to do, especially when you thought this person was the one for you. And and the thing about it is they probably were the one for you, right? But it just didn't work out. Bad timing, bad circumstances, and you have to accept that. You have to move on, right? The best ways to heal from it is, hang out with your friends, stay out stay out of any way that you're by yourself, because when you're heartbroken and you're by yourself, it's dangerous because there's only one thought going across your mind, and that's the heartbreak. That's her. That's him. Damn, I remember when we did this. Oh, I remember when we listened to this song together. I remember when we ate here. Heartbreak is so bad. You might have been went to McDonald's dates with your girl or your friend or your boyfriend every Wednesday. Now, every time there's Wednesday and you don't get McDonald's, that's all you can think about because you got your heart broke. That's just a scenario. But I'm just using it as an example because it's real, you know? And I hate when people say like heartbreak's not real or get over it. Like you a man. Nah, bro, fuck that. Men can be heartbroken too. Men are heartbroken just as much as women, if not more, for the simple fact that it's already hard for a man to trust a woman in the first place. So for when they get their heart broke or that betrayal happens, it's so much harder to get that back because you already put so much time and energy into this person, and now that it's gone, you don't even want to put that time and effort in again, right? And that goes for women too. It's so hard for a woman, women or men to even want to get back into a relationship because that shit is tiring, bro. It's so tiring. All you just think about everything that all the time and energy you just put in and wasted on this relationship that you just had just for it to not end up where it was supposed to be or where you want it to be. You don't even want to think about anybody else, right? And then it tends to make you go into this little gray area of life to where it's like, okay, my heart's broke. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I'm gonna just go have sex with, sex with all these women, or I'm gonna just have sex with different women and never get my heart involved, right? Or it makes a woman, you can either, become the hoe or you become, just the shepherd. I don't want to talk to any men. I don't want any men near my body. I'm not comfortable with that. Or you have the women that's like, oh well, I might just go hoe off. Same thing with men. You become the shepherd, or you just go fuck off. Those are the two routes people always take. You either become real conservative with your body, or you become real exertive, or whatever words you want to use for it. You just start, you know, doing what you do, right? And that's the scary thing about heartbreak, because heartbreak can cause you to hurt so many others since you've been heartbroken, because you stop thinking about and caring about what other people feel, right? Because you don't even know what you feel anymore. You're just heartbroken, you know? It's hard to move on from that, especially from that person, especially when, you could be so like over them, blah, blah, blah. Say you smell a scent, you get a scent of that person from somebody else, and they just so happen to have the same perfume or cologne on it. It all just floods back in, and you have to recover all over again, you know? But and that's one of them things where it's like heartbreak. Only thing that can heal heartbreak is time. You know what I'm saying? Time and not being alone is the only thing that will make you get over that person. Because as the days go on, it will get easier, right? In the moment, it seems like it's the end of the world, bro. It's the end of the world. Fuck, man. I'll never get her back. Never have them same laughs. Never be able to, sleep with her again, shower with her again, go on walks with her again, just talk to her. That was my person. I could tell her anything. I could tell him anything. Blah blah blah. And now that's just gone. I told this person shit that I haven't even told my parents before. And they just leave with that shit that I told them, and it's just gone. I'll never get that back. And then I'm expected to just move on, right? And just do that all again with somebody else. And it's crazy, but yeah, you are. And you will. You will eventually. But if for anybody that tries to rush that process for you, fuck them, right? Your healing process takes as long as you feel like it should take, right? Once you feel like you're over it, then that's when you're over it. But if somebody tells you just to move on, bro, you'll be all right, man, fuck all that. Will you be okay? Yeah. But don't tell me to move on. Let me heal. Give me my time. Give me my space, right? Your friends, real friends, they talk to you about it, right? And then y'all just don't talk about it. Y'all try to avoid that topic. You know why? Because talking about it will help, but avoiding it helps too. It's hand in hand. You talk about it with your friends, and then y'all go do something fun to get your mind off of it. You know that's how it is. But you talking about it, you do need to talk about it with somebody. With your friend, with your dad, with your mom, with your brother, with your sister, whoever that person is that you went to, other than that person that you was in a relationship to. Talk to them about it, right? Or find somebody. Because trust me, like everybody's been heartbroken before. A lot of people act like they haven't. A lot of men try to put on this facade that they've never been heartbroken before. Oh, I'm too tough to be heartbroken. Oh, that shit have never happened to me. Like blah blah blah. No, no, don't believe it. Trust me. Any man that tries to claim that they're heartless and they don't give a fuck. Okay, cool. What led you to this point to be heartless? You wasn't born this way. What experience did you go to? Ask him what experience did you go to get you this way. All right, you know. And I bet you it was heartbreak. It was heartbreak. But I just want, like, for all the people out there, right, that just feels like it's the end of the world. Like, damn, fuck, it's okay, y'all. Trust me, it's okay. You know, maybe but I don't want you to cling on. Like, don't be one of those people that cling on after the heartbreak and keep texting them and blah 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 and try to happy birthday your way back in. That's what they say, right? Because it's like, nah, like, come on. If you caused the breakup, and if you broke up with that person, remember what made you break up with them, right? What was the reason? Now, if it wasn't that deep, maybe I can work it out, right? But if it was deep and you felt betrayed, then you shouldn't go back to that. You shouldn't, straight up. And if it was them that broke up with you, right? And if you feel like you tried to change that and they still didn't want to accept it, then okay. They made that decision. They have the right to move on. They have the right to end this relationship, just like I did if I was to do it. And if you know you in the wrong, right? If you know it was you, it's gonna hurt even more because you're like, fuck, why did I do that? Damn, I can't get this opportunity back. Like, it's gone. It's gone. I won't ever get this opportunity back. Like, you can apologize, apologize, and apologize. But if you've hurt this person before and you've apologized before, does that apology mean shit? No. They've heard all this before. They don't care. They know you're not going to change you. They've already heard this. This is the same shit, different story, same apology. You didn't change the first four times. What makes the fifth time be any different? They don't trust you no more. So you know what they chose to do? They chose to end the relationship, which caused the heartbreak, right? But heartbreak is, one thing my dad told me is cry about it and move on, right? It's okay to cry about that shit. A lot of people don't want to cry about it. Just cry about it. Cry about it and move on. Because once you cry about it and you get that pain out, you start feeling a little bit better. Now, are you gonna feel normal? No, that takes time. Feeling normal again, that takes some time. Is there a set time on it? No, because everybody's healing journey is different. But I tell you this right now, if you've been heartbroken, it does get better. Just stay around good people and just wait. I promise you it'll get better.